Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Let's see how this Frankenstein monstrosity goes. This is my hand solo, meaning I'm playing a game by myself. My clever title for it. I'm playing a game called Marvel United, and I'm playing the Fantastic Four expansion. So this is the cover to Marvel United. This is the base game. It's like $15 at Toys R Us or whatever. This is, and I'm playing this expansion. So you could buy a Fantastic Four expansion. So that's what I'm playing. And believe me, in the back room, I got stacks and stacks and stacks of different expansions. I got X-Men, X-Men Blue, X-Men the Multiverse expansion, and I got like other stuff that's coming from CMON. Oh, we got Lunaverse. Nice table. Thank you, Lunaverse. This is just a collection of like foldable tables, and then I put this round mat. I bought this mat. I think this mat, I got it because I crowdfunded the game on Kickstarter, and so I got the mat. I love playing with the mat. To me, it's almost like I won't play without the mat. So this is just for dinner table, foldable coffee tables put together with the mat thrown on top of it. So it looks more impressive than it is. I got three things all set up over here. So this is the board. Over here are my cards. And can you read the cards? Can you see the cards? This is my phone over here hanging down. This is my face over here. I don't know what's better. I was thinking of maybe like just getting rid of my face and just showing the cards. Oh, the Red Skull never looked so cute for what it's worth. Yeah, I'll show you that. So, where did I put the game itself? Oh, okay. So, I'll show this off. This is my painted. I painted these. So here is the cute Red Skull. There you go. There you go. That's the Red Skull over here. Which one came out really good? Here's Ultron. So I like to paint these because superheroes are easy to paint. 2 or 3 colors, and then these like are chibi figures. Like I can't wait to paint Ben over here, Ben Grimm. But anyway, this is a cooperative game, meaning everybody who plays is on the same team versus the game is controlled by cards. So we're playing against Dr. Doom. So this is Manhattan. If you get all of the games, you get all of these locations. So I picked all like the New York locations. When you play with Dr. Doom, one of the locations has to be Latveria. So again, could you see these? Yes, the table view works best for seeing. Yeah, this is like a real camera. This camera is just my phone, and this is another camera. I'm thinking of getting rid of this camera. You don't need to see me, and then just setting up the camera over here. Next time. You don't need to see me. Just so you know, there's an open invite if anybody wants to pop in and talk while we're playing the game. Give me hints, just BS. And also, I will be remiss in my duty if I didn't bring this up today. Today is the last full day to get Heroic Tales on Fund My Comic. So if I may please remind you to, if you haven't backed, to consider backing. Check it out. This is the Renzo cover. This is the Pat Broderick cover. You will only be able to get the Pat Broderick cover on Fund My Comic. This is the back cover. Look at that, glorious. And here's the beautiful interior artwork. And so this is going to end today on Fund My Comic. So I just can't wait to remind everybody to pick that up. Okay, Zach Jan, this is my first introduction to the game. So let me see. Stop screen. Okay, there we go. So I think next time I do this, I will get rid of you don't need to see my face. I'll just talk everybody through it because I'm trying to get it to focus on these cards. Yeah, it. So when you play solo, you play 3 characters, but it's the Fantastic Four, so I'm playing 4 characters. You draw 5 cards, and you play. So I'm going to talk you through the game. Yeah, it doesn't even make sense to have the camera because I'm going to be facing over here most of the time. And let's see, is this light big help? Yeah, that light helps a little bit. So the first thing we do, yeah, I'm going to be standing up and walking over here, so you don't even need to see me. And you know what? I'm gonna. This is all me experimenting. So I'll put the cards here. So you can see the cards. Okay, there we go. Just gonna turn off my phone so I'm not. There we go. So professional here. All right, there we go. All right, so you don't even need. So when you say the Kickstarter launch soon, I'm already on Kickstarter. Matter of fact, I will. Thank you for reminding me. I will show the Kickstarter campaign. So here is. I don't know if you didn't know this yet, but I'm already on Kickstarter. So Kickstarter, I got 42 backers, $1,092. Oh, it looks like I might have unlocked the next stretch goal. And on Kickstarter, you could get the Michael T. Gilbert cover. Okay. And this has 9 more days to go. So 11 more days to go. So so all day today, I'm going to be doing a closing out party for Fund My Comics. And then in 11 more days, I'll be doing a closing out party for my Kickstarter campaign. But thank you for reminding me. I always forget to talk about that. Indiegogo is going to be. I'm going to be launching an Indiegogo with the 3rd cover with Mike Gustovich is cover, and I've been holding off on that cover because that shows the main bad guy. Oh, thank you, Luniverse. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want anybody to go to the poorhouse, but then again, my comic is reasonable. It's $10, 2 complete stories. You know, I'm trying to be as reasonable as possible, but you know, I have to make a profit. Some coffee. Yeah. And then you know, I was just talking to Renzo today. Renzo is finishing up his obligations to Aaron Sparrow, and then we will then he's full steam ahead drawing my comic. So the first thing that happens is the bad guy goes. Dr. Doom is going to go. So we draw from Dr. Doom's master plan deck. So you see that arrow? Dr. Doom is going to move 3. So Dr. Doom is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Dr. Doom goes right into the Baxter building. Okay. Okay. Fortunately, it doesn't say bam. So Dr. Doom just shows up and starts ranting and raving. If it says bam, that means he attacks us. So Dr. Doom just shows up, starts yelling and screaming. What happens over here is, if you see this, there's a blue symbol. So that means over here, another civilian is put in danger, and another civilian over here is in danger, potentially in danger. And then Dr. Doom shows up and knocks over my camera. And 2 Doombots show up. So here's tokens for Doombots. So Dr. Doom shows up at the Baxter building, launches Doombots. So that's how you read the card. He moves 3 civilian Doombots where he lands, civilians over there. And then you put the card in the timeline. This is, where's the first? Okay, so we're actually gonna start over here. So that I'll have room over there. So that was Dr. Doom's turn. Any questions? All right, so Dr. Doom just went. So now I'm going to go. So I have 5 choices over here. I can't attack Dr. Doom. The only way for us to win, I might as well explain that. The only way for us to win is to defeat Dr. Doom. In a 4-player game, Dr. Doom has 8 hit points. This stack over here is his hit points. But I can't attack Dr. Doom until I got rid of 2 of these cards. This card is if I rescue 9 civilians, this card goes away. This card is if I clear 4 threats, and threats are each location has a threat. So I have to put stars on each card to get rid of that. And then this is to defeat thugs. Thugs and Doombots are the same thing for this particular game. So I have to clear away 2 of those cards. So right now, Dr. Doom is just, he's kind of invulnerable. So I'm going to look at these cards. I'm going to say the Invisible Woman is going to go first. So the Invisible Woman gets 2. These stars are called superheroic actions. With superheroic actions, you have 2 choices. You can either rescue a civilian, or you could put a star on one of these cards. So she's doing something heroic to defeat this threat. So I'm going to put her card in the timeline. I'm going to take out. What she's going to do is this civilian over here in the Baxter building. So that's Willie Lumpkin. Okay, so Willie Lumpkin is going to get rescued. The mailman. You know what I mean? She wants to get Willie Lumpkin out of danger. So she's a good guy. So she does that. The second action, she's going to rescue this civilian because you see there's only 4 spaces. If each row fills up, there's a spillover and that causes problems. So this is Franklin. So Willie Lumpkin and Franklin, she puts them in the safe room, and that's her 2 actions. So that's what she does. She's a butler. She wants to protect and help. Okay, so we rescued 2 civilians. Old Dirty Fatty, still a bit confused. I don't know yet. I'm just going to watch. Okay. Well, I didn't really explain the rules yet. I'm just explaining the rules as I play. So, the first thing you do is you draw a card. So I forgot to draw a card, but I'm just going to put extra tokens right over here. All right. So that was my first action. Now I play a card to do whatever I want next. So this self-destruct protocol on this card in the Baxter building, there's a threat. When a Doombot is defeated in this or adjacent locations, each hero takes 1 damage. So these Doombots explode. And that covers this here and there. And what does this threat say? When a Doombot is defeated in this location. Okay, so he's surrounding the Baxter building with explosive Doombots, and then this makes them take 2. So, oh man, so these Doombots are really, really, really tough. So, you know what we're going to do? So the Invisible Woman is going to act again. Okay, and there's a lot of text on this card, so I'll just read it to you. Invisibility. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, so as long as we could see the card, when the top card of the master deck is revealed, you may choose not to take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. If you do so next turn, you must play your card face down. Okay, so I have a choice of going invisible and not taking damage. That's okay, and this gives me a star. So I have 1 star. Now, the cool thing about this game is you also get the card before you. So right now I have 3 superheroic actions that I could do. So I get these 3 tokens. Okay? Let me know if I'm explaining well. But because of that, her invisibility gives me 1, and then you get the card before. So I get 3 stars. Now, I'm going to put each star here. 1, 2, 3. So far, the Invisible Woman is she's Mary Sue now. This is a John Byrne Fantastic Four comic. The Invisible Woman is just taking over and doing all the cool stuff. Reed's in the lab. Johnny's Johnny's in the basement worrying about the government. And Ben Grimm is sitting on a cigar smoking a cigarette. So the Invisible Woman is the first one to react. She releases this card. So I'm going to put these over here. This card goes away. This purple token, this is the threat token. This will go on this card. I just got to get 3 more tokens and this card will go away. And now the Baxter Building, the threat is gone at the Baxter Building. So at the end of turn, draw 1 card. If your hero has been a member of the Fantastic Four, you may gain a token. Or, one of these tokens instead. That's interesting. So, okay. So you know what? I'm going to take this token and put it here. Again, I forgot to draw a card. Okay. So this is a token. Any member of the Fantastic Four could use that token. It's just a spare token. All right. So at the end of the turn, draw 1 card. Draw 1 card, or if you hear as you may. Okay, so draw a card or take a token instead. Okay, so there we go. So that is 2 turns. Okay, now we go a third turn. I can play. Here's my third turn. I got to draw a card first. I'll put this here. So these are all my choices. What do I want to do? Okay. The Human Torch is going to use Pyrokinesis. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you could treat stars as punches. And this green means he can move. So I'm going to put this over here. So now the Human Torch has this symbol and this symbol. Okay, so the Human Torch is going to move. So he's going to move over here. He's going to go to Yancey Street. No, I'm going to go over here because this card is full. So I'm going to go over here. Now, he also gets a star. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rescue 2 civilians over here. So he goes to Central Park. He rescues some hot chick. That's Frankie Ray. He rescues another hot chick. He rescues what's another one of his girlfriends? Legia, the Scroll Girl, and that's what he does. So he used this. Because I don't want these to fill up. So the Human Torch is flying around helping out people. What are the comments? What outfit and hairstyle does she have? She has the classic. It might be plot related. Okay. I don't get that comment, but whatever. All right. So that was Johnny Storm's turn. Now 3 cards have gone by. It's now Dr. Doom's turn. Dr. Doom. All right. So he's going to go 2. So he's going to continue going. So he's going to go over 1, 2. He goes to SHIELD headquarters. A BAM occurs. Now, if a BAM, you read, deal 1 damage to each hero at Doom's location, which is nobody, plus 1 damage in each location with any Doom bots. Oh, man. So there's 3 heroes here. So that means we take 3 damage. That really, really stinks. So, oh, man. So that means I have to... Oh, the Human Torch isn't damaged. So I got to get rid of these 3 cards. Oh, that stunk. And put them at the bottom of the deck. Wow. That really stunk. So these Doom bots attack. Okay. And then increase the threat token by 2. So you see this little blue cube? This goes on to 2. If this makes it to 20, we lose the game. If any deck runs out of cards, we lose the game. Okay. Each hero, so that, and then I got to put a threat. So a thug, one of Dr. Doom's henchmen, shows up over here. It's a good thing we cleared it off because that I don't know if you could see, but that is now full. Another Doombot shows up over here. Oh man, that is not good. And then another thug shows up over here, which is, oh no, wrong spot. Wrong spot. It's central to where Doom is. So Doom goes to Shield's headquarters, and a Doombot shows up. Thug shows up over here, and the Thug shows up over here. Okay, and then we put the card over here. Okay, now it's the next turn. First thing you do is you draw a card. All right. So, ooh, this is rough already. Doom. That figures the Human Torch will be rescuing hot girls. Yeah, that I like making story to this. So I this is how I play. When I do solo things, I'm talking to myself. My wife's always like, "Who are you talking to?" I'm like, "Me. I'm talking to me." So many Doombots. And again, if anybody wants to pop in and talk to me while I'm playing the game, give suggestions, whatever, just talk. Why not? It's all fun. It's all fun. So he already. Oh, also, if we start to turn and everybody's knocked out, meaning there's no cards, Doom also wins. So there's a million ways to lose, only one way to win. All right, so these choices aren't too great. All right, so what do we want to do? I really wanted superhero actions. But I don't have it. So the thing could clobber. You know what? So the thing, I'm going to have Ben go. So Ben gets this and that. So he can move once. So Ben's going to move once. He's going to Yancey Street. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. So he'll go to the Central Park also. He's going to go to Central Park, and he's going to knock out these henchmen. So who would be a good Dr. Doom henchman? So that's Paste Pot Pete and the Melter. So he knocks out Paste Pot Pete and the Melter. So that's what he does. So the thing just goes in and just starts clobbering. It's clobbering time. At least we could focus on that one way to win. Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to focus on the one way to win. So we're already hurting. Let's see now. The way to get cards back, you go to the Baxter, but you turn in the Baxter building to recover. So I'm gonna have to make my way back there. All right, so this is a new turn. It's another. You see, you can see who's coming. So we got Human Torch and Ben are the only ones who could go. So who do I want to do? What do I want to do? What is this called? As long as this card's face up, you could treat. Okay, I could treat stars as attacks. So I don't particularly care about attacks. I want stars. So you know what? You know what? I'm gonna have to. Okay, I can move. All right, so we're gonna play Ben. Ben is going again. All right. So Ben, if you can see, he gets the 2 cards. So Ben gets 2 clobbers, a move, and a heroic action. So he's going to use 1 heroic action to help defeat this machination of Dr. Doom over there. You need to get 3 stars on it to make that card go away. And remember, they're all in like a cloud, this quantum field up in the air. So you could use them in any order. So he uses a star. Then he's going to move to the Baxter building, and he's going to use his 2 clobbers. Now, the bad thing is, because of this, it says when adding Doombots to this, add extra. Okay. All right. So that doesn't matter. So he could take out these 2 Doombots. So he smashes Doombots. Boom. Boom. So that's good. So Ben went to Central Park. He beat up Paste Pot Pete. He beat the Melter. Came back to the Baxter building and then smashed the Doombots. These Doombots, they got Reed and Susie. Boom. And now his turn is over. At the end of your turn, draw 1 card. So for whatever reason, he draws a card and it helps the Human Torch. But that's the way the card is shuffled. All right, so that's good because I if this goes down to 0 cards, we also lose the game. So but so we got to be. It's real easy to lose this game in a cooperative mode. All right, so one more card to. So that was the end of the turn. So now at the beginning of a turn, I draw a card. Okay. So what does she get? Okay, perfect. The Invisible Woman. Susie's gonna go. Reed is distracted in the negative zone right now. Reed is just, in the negative zone world right over here. So if you could see those cards, Sue gets 2 stars and a movement token. Now, I should read this card. So in case you can't see, you always get what's in the bar. So because of the way the game's set up, Sue's going to get this movement, this superhero action, and this super action. But she also has teamwork. Perform the actions of the same type of all action tokens on the Fantastic Four card, then add 1 star token. So here's the Fantastic Four card. There's nothing on it. But now I get to put that on it. Okay? So that's building up teamwork for later on. So now she's going to have 1 movement and 2 stars. I hope that makes sense to everybody. So she has 2 stars. So she has 1 movement. So she's going to move over here. And with 2 stars, 1 star, and then 3rd star, she clears this card. So this card is now gone. Oh, I forgot to put a purple token here during setup. This purple threat token that was supposed to be here, as I knock into the card, it goes here. Okay, so now this clears this. At the end of turn, you may move up to 2 civilians or 2 thugs in any combination from this location to any other locations. Oh, that's good. So we can scatter people out if that look. So we can scatter people out, spread. If that location is too full, doesn't really help us right now. But I'm just trying to fill up these cards evenly. So now 3 cards have been played. I'm just checking over here to see if there's any the days when they called him Paste Pot Pete and was proud of it instead of calling him a trapster or something weird like that. Yeah, I'm an old school guy, Luna. Wow, 29 people watching. 29 people watching. Everybody, come on in. Here's the link if anybody wants to pop in. Anybody wants to pop in and talk. I know it's a weird hour. People are working, but whatever. I just think this is fun. Show off. It's comic book related and superhero related. So now it's the 3rd action. So Doom is gonna go. Doom goes. Okay. Doom goes 3. 1, 2, 3. Doom is going to Central Park, but it doesn't say bam. So he's just there laughing at us. First thing we do is you see this? We put 2 Doom bots. Okay, as long as there are any Doom bots in Doom's location, he can't be damaged. Once per turn, a hero may forfeit 1 action to discard 1 of their crisis tokens. Oh, okay. Heroes cannot affect. Oh, okay. So you could discard an action to get rid of a crisis token. It's a good thing I read that. We haven't seen crisis tokens yet, but they are terrible. So Doom drops off 2 Doom bots in Central Park. You beat Paste Pot Pete in the Melter? Well, they were puny. And then another civilian. So Alicia shows up. Ben, what's going on? Ben, what's going on? And then somebody shows up over here in Times Square. Okay, so that takes care of this Doom card. Okay, so now it's the hero's turn. We already know that it's going to be an Invisible Woman card. Again, this is John Byrne era. She's a Sue is just the Mary Sue. She's Mary Sue Storm. Hope you have a blessed game. Zachtown blessed me. Thank you. Good. We need some blessings today. Let's just say I heard some bad news about a friend of mine. Me, I'm good. I'm absolutely good. I'm wonderful. Broken neck and all. I'm doing great. But a friend of mine just got off the phone. Some bad news about a friend. It's not my, I just got off work for the day. Good for you. Friday, start the weekend. Start the weekend. Okay, so now what do we have here? All right, so we got, because of this card over here at Times Square, it says each Doombot on this and adjacent locations require 2 damage to be defeated. So it takes 2 hits to defeat a Doombot over there. That kind of stinks. So what do we want to do? What do we want to do? You know what? I think I want to do the teamwork card. Okay. So teamwork. Perform all the actions of the same type as all action tokens on the Fantastic Four card. So that Fantastic Four card has a star on it. So with that star from that card, I'm going to rescue this civilian. So who is that? Chat, who is that? Who did we just rescue? Who did we just rescue? Because Alicia's over here at the Baxter building. So who did we just rescue? What's another civilian? Aunt May. Aunt May was at Central Park. It was a beautiful day. Aunt May was so we just rescued Aunt May. Okay, then we put a movement action on this card. So that card is getting built up. And then we put this card over here. Now Sue has a star action and a movement action. She has a star action and a movement action. So let's see. For her movement, she will come here, back to the Baxter building. So that was her movement. And then for her star, she'll rescue Alicia. Alicia, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. So the Baxter building is pretty safe. And I wanted to end a turn here because at the end of the turn, you could draw a card. So we're recovering from that devastating blow from Dr. Doom at the beginning. At the beginning, he just came out and just walloped us. Zach Tan says, sorry to hear about prayers for your friend. Yes, I'm going to ask my wife to pray. My wife is good at praying. I'm not. Who's Hulk's friend? Where's Hulk coming into this? Who's Hulk's friend? Oh, who's always getting rescued? Rick Jones. Rick Jones. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Yeah, Rick Jones. Yeah, Rick Jones will be the next civilian I mentioned. Okay. So now it is the next turn. So that was all Sue's turn. We drew a card because she ended in the Baxter building. Now Reed Richards gets his head out of the lab. So now Reed Richards will have. I kind of want Reed to go. And it's stuck because Reed's starter card is all the way at the bottom of the deck. His starter card is every member of the team has a starter card that when you play it, like Sue's starter card was invisibility. Ben's starter card. Oh, I forgot to put Ben's starter. Oh yeah, Ben's starter card went to the beginning too, and Johnny's starter card got played, the pyrokinesis. But Reed and Ben's starter card went to the bottom of the deck, which just stinks because that Ben card gives him invulnerability from his rock skin. So Dr. Doom just came and hit Ben so hard. You remember Wolverine slashed his face and it made his face vulnerable? So Ben's got like a real serious wound right now, and Reed can't stretch. Reed can't stretch. Doom just came out and walloped him. Oh my God, this is such a scary concept now. All right, so who wants to go? I kind of want to clear that card because it just makes it so difficult to defeat Doombots. So you know what? You know what? You know what? This is a perfect time to play the Nova Flame. The Nova Flame. Okay, so we're gonna play Nova Flame. So Johnny gets a movement. So the Nova Flame. Oh, I might as well read it. So Johnny is in the Central Park. There's no civilians, and so discard one card from your hand. So I'm gonna take this card when you discard it. So Johnny's getting hurt to go Nova. Okay. To the bottom of your deck to deal 2 damage to everything else in your location. So that blows up this Doombot, blows up this Doombot, and then Doom himself. This is one of the few times you can actually injure Doom. Boom, boom. So Doom takes 2 damage. Discard all civilians there. So he would have hurt all the civilians there. Then we get a movement and a punch. And this is a movement. So I get a... I'm going to go here. He's going to move. I get 2 moves. So I'm going to move here, and then with that punch, we'll take out this. Who's a good civilian? Who's a good minor villain to he's at the Yancey Street. So the Prowler was going through Yancey Street. So Johnny Storm, boom, goes Nova and takes off and beats up the Prowler. How's that? Not Doc Samson, Rick Jones. Rick Jones, I think he's talking about. Rick Jones. Doc Samson doesn't need nobody to save him. Doc Samson's got enough. Okay, so that was 2 cards. So at the end, we don't have, there's still a threat here. When adding Doombots to this in adjacent locations and extra Doombot. I think I forgot to do that one. So I draw a card for the beginning of my turn. These are my cards. Okay, let's see. We're still recovering from that devastating attack from Doom, the very first movement. So who wants to go? I kind of want to. If I clear this card, let's see. I kind of want Reed Richards to do something. Reed hasn't done anything. So remember, you're going to get a movement and a punch from that card. So, but that punch doesn't help him. Oops. All right, so Human Torch is going to do teamwork. So I get to perform the actions on the same type as action tokens on the card. And then I put another movement token on the card. All right, so on the card right there, if you can see, I got a superhero action and a movement action. So I am going to use the movement. He's at the Shield headquarters. I'm going to use the superhero action to put a little bit on that. Each Doombot in an adjacent location requires 2 damage to be defeated. Okay, so that takes care of that. Then I put this on that card. So we're building up teamwork. And then I'm going to play this card. So now I have 2 more movement and a punch. So I'm going to go here to Latvier. So he's doing a drive-by on Latvier and just beating up 2 Latvians. That's Hopman and Gustav. And then he's going to use his last action to go over here. Because if you end your turn in Latvier, you take a damage for each. So he just went nuts. Just took out everybody. This card gets released. So we beat up. So I'm going to put this card over here. And then the villain. So this is unlocked. So now the villain acts after every 2 hero cards. So now Doom is upping his game. He's like, oh, this is getting serious. This is getting serious now. So Doom is going to go. So now, from now on, Dr. Doom, instead of going every 3 cards, he goes every 2 cards. Yeah, hero action sounds good. Rick Jones is always getting into trouble, though. Rick Jones is the Forrest Gump of Marvel. Remember, he caused the Hulk, he caused the Avengers. You know, he did a lot of stuff, and he has yet to be in a Marvel movie. Who plays him? Justin Bieber. So here we got Doom. Okay, so Doom is gonna. Oh no! I think we just lost. No, we didn't. So Doom moves over here, and it's a BAM. Okay, deal 1 damage to each hero in Doom's location, plus 1 damage in each location with the Doom bot. Okay. Then increase the threat level by 2. Okay, so Doom himself is attacking. So we got Reed and Sue. So Sue's going to take a damage, and Reed's going to take a damage. Luckily, there wasn't a thing card, or we would have lost the game. Okay. So they go there. All right. Wow. Doom. And then after every bam, this increases by 2. My robots are sophisticated. Turn all civilians in Doom's locations to Doombots. Luckily, there were no civilians there. So Doom is getting personal. He's getting hands-on. Oh, man, that stunk. That stunk. Oh, can the Invisible Girl use her card? Thank you. Yes. So the Invisible Girl will use her card. So what does it? Thank you for reminding me. So she's going to use invisibility. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when the top card of the master deck is revealed, you may choose to not take any damage until the beginning of your next turn. If you do so, next turn you must play your card face down. Okay, so she doesn't take any damage. She was invisible. Thank you. So her card will go back. But the next time I play a Sue card, it has to be face down. So I'm going to put a Doombot on Sue just to remind me to play her card. Thank you. Face down. Thank you, Zach Tan. You reminded me. Yes. Oh, God. Okay, so now it's the hero's turn. We have this. Okay, so we still can't attack Doom directly. And Sue has to play her card face down if I play Sue. This is Reed Richards. This is a wild action, so that means I could play a wild action. So Reed will finally do something. So Reed gets a movement and a wild action. So Reed will move, and then for his wild, I want to put this here, okay? Because I want. Okay, so we do that. All right. Not the best of actions. But whatever. Okay, so now then here we're starting the next turn. We draw a card. Let's see. We get a wild action. So I'm gonna play Sue, but Sue has to. So now I'm paying the cost. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. That sucks. Where's Ben? All right, so I'll play Ben. So Ben, he gets a movement. So Ben will move, and he'll put a star over here. Ben doesn't like that there's a Doombot factory on Yancey Street. Okay. So he used his own movement, and he used Reed's wild. All right, now Doom is going to go. This is bad. All right, well, Doom is good. I think he's going after Johnny. You all fell into my trap. Increase the Doom track by the number of crisis tokens the heroes have. Then one hero takes a crisis token. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to Central Park. Bam. Okay, so anybody in a spot with Dr. Doom takes damage and Doombots. No, luckily we got rid of the Doombots. This threat goes up by 2, so we're at 6. When it gets to 20, we lose. Increase the Doom by the number of crisis tokens. Nobody has any crisis tokens, but now we get a crisis token. So I'll put a crisis token here. One hero takes one, and then a Doombot. So now we're going to spawn a Doombot for each. Okay, so just one Doombot. So Doom lands in Central Park and unleashes a Doom bot. Okay, we got lucky that time. Okay, this round, this perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. That is perfect. Sue still didn't get a chance to go yet. She's still invisible. So Reed has 2 superheroic actions. So Reed has 2 superhero. Can you see? Reed has 2 superheroic actions, and he has a movement action. So for one superheroic action, it's going to do this. That gets rid of this card. Okay. So that gets rid of the threat at Yancey Street. I know it's more thematic to have Ben do it, but whatever. All right. And then for his other 2, so he did. And then he has a movement action. Right? How many we hear? How many we hear? Hey Luna, how you doing?
Hey.
How you doing?
Doing good. I just got off of work.
Mic down a little bit. It's
oh, sorry.
Okay.
How do I turn you on StreamYard?
Yeah. Okay, then he's going to land here. And then that'll be the end of his turn. So at the end, we'll draw a card. So we're recovering. We're recovering. Still haven't recovered from that intense hit that Doom gave at the beginning. All right. So now it's the next turn. It seems like Reed's got screwed in cards. This is good. All right, so what do I want to do? I think I don't have a card for Johnny, and I kind of want to get rid of the Invisible Woman's. Man, what can I do? This stinks. Everywhere I go, I'm going to be wasting stuff. This absolutely stinks. Oh man, I'm kind of in a bind right now. I don't know if anybody else could see. So I guess I can't move the Human Torch. If Sue goes, she's only going to have 2 superheroic actions, and there's absolutely nothing she can do with them right here. I can't move Reed. So if Ben goes, Ben is the only one that makes it. Okay, so Ben. No. Ben gets 2 superheroic. Okay, so Ben is the only one who could go. That makes any sense. So Ben has 2 wild actions. The thing over here. So we're going to put Ben right here. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to move here. Okay? So he moves to Shield headquarters. So that he used one of his wild actions as a move. He's going to use these 2 superheroic actions. Just put them right on this card to clear this card. Okay? So that was 2 superheroic actions. And that clears this card. So now we can attack Doom directly. And now he has 1 wild left. Okay. All right. So now he has 1 action wild left. So should he rescue a civilian? Should he punch a henchman or smash a Doom bot? Or move? Should he move? You know what? Ben is petty. Well, rescuing a civilian will clear that card. So he rescues. Who's a good shield civilian? Who would make sense? Clay Quartermain. Does anybody remember Clay Quartermain?
No.
Clay Quartermain. He just rescued him. So there we go. Right now it's 2 cards. Unfortunately, Doom's gonna go. Luna, are you scared? You should be. Doom suffers no fools lightly. So let's see what Doom does. He's gonna move 4. Okay. And it says you fell into my trap. So first, you just read the card in order. So he moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he goes back to lot there to recover. And then there's a bam. So any location with the Doom bot, you take damage. So Ben gets hit. Boy. So Ben gets hit. Johnny's okay. And then whenever there's a BAM, this goes up by 2. Then it goes up by how many crisis tokens we have. So Doom goes back to Latveria and he's unleashing satellites and stuff. And then a Doombot spawns in Latveria, which makes sense. And 2 thugs show up over here. So a thug shows up in Times Square to take out the torch, and a thug shows up at Shield headquarters to fight Ben Grimm. Who's all right? And then we put this card over here. All right. So now we got 3 Invisible Women cards. So now we're gonna have to pay the cost of her invisibility. All right. So I'm going to play this card because it has the lowest stuff to lose, and there's nobody to hit here anyway. So I'm going to put this away to remote. So I play that card upside down. So she still has 2 wild actions. So from this location to any other location. So where do we want to do? So she has 2 wild actions. So I kind of want her wild actions. So I don't know. What do you want to do? All right. So she's going to use one of the wild actions to move to Yancey Street, and the second wild action to save that civilian. Who's a good civilian there, Luna? How well do you know Marvel?
Civilians.
Mary Jane?
Yeah.
Okay, so we say Mary Jane's hot. Everybody wants Mary Jane to be saved.
Yeah.
Right? We all like Mary Jane.
Yeah.
So we save Mary Jane. So that's her turn. Okay. At the end of the turn, you may place 1 token on this. So this is a weird one. So you place this token on Yancey Street. This token acts as an extra slot for heroes and thugs. So, Yancey Street, she's opening up apartments in Yancey Street. She's clearing out junk. Who knows? It's kind of weird. All right, so that was the end of Invisible Woman's turn. So now this is the beginning of the next turn. So the players still go. So we draw another card. Okay, so now Sue is back. All of her penalties have been played. Let's see. Unfortunately, there's nothing over here, so she's only going to get this card. So that kind of sucks. So you know what? The only thing that makes sense is she's just going to play this card. She's going to move. Well, no, first we're going to rescue this civilian. So who's another civilian that she rescued?
The Invisible Woman?
Yeah. Another regular Marvel character. And then she's going to move over here.
I would say Liz Allen or Flash Thompson.
Okay, well, Mary Jane was there with Liz. Liz and Mary Jane were at Yancey Street looking for an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. That makes sense. So she did that. So now each hero immediately draws a card. So that is awesome. So I'm going to draw 1 card for each hero. So we got 1 for Johnny, 1 for Ben, and the next Reed Richards card. So now we finally recovered, because if you remember, we started the game with 4 cards. You draw 1. So we have finally recovered from Doom's first attack. Nice, Sue. This is like the John Byrne. Sue Storm is the ultimate Fantastic Four member, but Reed is just awful. He hasn't really done much. All right, so unfortunately, it was 2 heroes. So now Doom is going to go again. Dr. Doom moves 2. So he's going to Central Park. Boom. We get a BAM. So this crisis goes up 2. 1, 2. You'll rue the day you heard of Victor Von Doom. So 1 hero takes a crisis token. Well, when you're playing cooperatively, you just cooperatively put crisis tokens in a pool. So now we have 2. Okay. Nothing happens in his spot. But over here, 2 more civilians show up. Well, they come into the If one more civilian goes over here. Oh, okay. So now we have an overspill. This is full. Okay. So we couldn't put any more spots. So then Doom's counter goes up by 1. So Johnny, you gotta get a move on. All right. So now it's the beginning of our turn. We're gonna draw a card. So now we are at top strength now, except Ben's best card got shuffled to the bottom. Okay. And any recommendations you see there, Luna? What do you think we should do? I mean, Doom is vulnerable. The only way to beat Doom is to fight Doom. We have a move. We have a star action. So these are two things. You know what? I think Reed is going to go. Reed is going to go. So Reed has a star action. That does nothing over here. So for his star action, he'll just... Agatha Harkness, what are you doing here? We don't need you anymore, Agatha. Get out of here. So he puts Agatha in a safe space with this action. He's going to move to Doom. Doom cannot be defeated. He cannot be hurt if there's a Doom bot. So he's going to use this wild action to take out the Doom bot. And then he's going to use the other action to hurt Doom directly. All right. So we hit Doom. At the end of the turn, you may move up to 2 civilians or thugs in any combination from this location to any. Well, Central Park is fine. So now it's just a ruckus in Central Park. Okay. And it's good because the next player is going to get a wild. So let's see. Is there anybody who could get there to defeat Doom? Well, Johnny can. Johnny can. Nice. So Johnny Storm is going to come flying in. So Johnny comes flying in. So that uses his movement action. He's going to use this punch action to do a damage to Doom. And then he's going to use these 2 wild actions to do 2 more punches to Doom. So Johnny just comes flying in, strafing with fire like a flaming comet. I don't know. I get excited about this kind of stuff, Luna.
Yeah.
Are you a Fantastic Four fan?
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Fantastic Four fan. I just like I know some basic stuff here and there, but like I guess I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan to where I know everything, but like
Hey Dave.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. I just saw my buddy Dave just showed up. He lives in the same town as me. How you doing, Dave? How's everything? I'm just sitting here playing board games by myself. It sounds like a typical Friday in Central Park. Yeah. Just the Human Torch comes. Half the Fantastic Four show up to beat up Dr. Doom. And Apex Comics, a flaming comet. Yes, flaming comet. Luna, anybody in the chat, do you picture this the way I do? Like, I don't know. That's what I like, board games that tell stories. Oh, David Ensign says, nice. How you doing, Dave? Dave, one of these days when it gets, well, it is nice weather. When I could assist, Dave's a carpenter. I want him to help me fix up my shed and set up my shed for a toy place.
I like them. I just don't play them because I don't have anyone to play them with.
Right.
Yeah.
Which state do you live in?
State?
Yeah.
Texas. And it is hot right now.
That's right. Like, you told me yesterday you were in Texas. All right, so 2 cards just went. So now Doom is going to react. Wow. Doom moves 0. So he's staying put and attacking. And a bam. So each hero in his spot takes a damage. So Reed and the Human Torch aren't there. So I'm going to get rid of... I'll get rid of these 2 cards. Okay? Because it's not fair that nobody takes the damage. So they're there. And then this goes up by 2. So we are at 14. Okay? You'll rue the day. You heard the name of Dr. Doom. Each hero takes a crisis. One hero takes a crisis token. So we're up to 3. We are really, we could lose. And now Doombots appear. Doombot. Oh, and that is full. And since it's full, this goes up another spot. Doom. Doom. All right. So that was Doom. Doom, oh, man. He reacted pretty well. So now we got this card over here. And this is great because none of these cards are there. Oh, man. So how am I going to get that? We have a movement action. So Sue could get there. Sue could get there and attack. Okay, so we're going to do the Invisible Woman. The Invisible Woman's going to go, and I'll put these cards down here. So Sue has 2 movements. So Sue, 1, 2. Oh, that's not enough. And 2 attacks. Damn. Well, okay, that's fine. So 1 attack, she takes out this Doombot. And then the other attack is wasted. We're not going to beat up a civilian, but she's going to end her turn at the Baxter Building. So if you end your turn at the Baxter Building, you get to draw a card. Okay, so she'll draw a card. There we go. All right. All right. So beginning of the next turn. All right. All right. So I think we just won. I think we just won. Poor Ben is all the way up at SHIELD headquarters, doing nothing. But Ben got pretty badly hurt. So I want the Human Torch to go. So the Human Torch is gonna. Oh wait, it's pyrokinesis. Okay. You could turn stars into attacks. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We'll do this because it amounts to the same. So Johnny will because of this pyrokinesis is available, stars can turn into attacks. So this is 2 attacks. So right there, boom, boom, we beat Dr. Doom, we win. We won. We beat Dr. Doom. That was rough, man. I was a little nervous.
It's always rough to face Dr. Doom.
Yeah, it should be. It should be. The thing about this game, it's a little bit easier to win during cooperative because when you're playing with 4 players, they each want to do their cool thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you kind of run around and like, I want to do this, I want to do, oh, this is cooler. Like I didn't mind wasting Sue's turn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I still got to play. And then I didn't mind wasting a couple of her symbols because she still got to play.
Yeah. I'm betting you this is how my mom feels when I play some games by myself. And then she was like, how do you play again?
Just getting this out of the way because this was for my phone that I'm not going to use. So there you go. That was this. The name of this company is called CMON. Come on and play. At first it was come on, then they said CMON, and now they're back to come on. So it's like come on and play, CMON. They make this game that I really, really love. It's one of my favorite games. I'm a big fan of cooperative games. I'm a big fan of games, but the thing I like cooperative games. I like competitive games. All that really matters is just is the game fun and does it have a story? And as you can see, I was telling a story. We just played a comic book. You know what I mean? Like with a little bit of imagination, you could turn this into an old school comic book of Dr. Doom attacking.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's see. Out of the 3 movies, Fantastic Four, what do you think was the best? I don't think any of them really care. They all stunk. I'm going to say the Roger Corman one is the best because at least it looked like the Fantastic Four.
The 90s one?
Yeah, I'm being facetious because I've never seen that one, but I'm not hopeful for the new Fantastic Four movie. Torchberry Studios, how you do? What am I watching? You're watching me with out of work with nothing to do. So I'm playing a solo board game, and the name of this game is called Marvel United, and I'm playing with the Fantastic Four expansion. The base game comes with the Avengers. Then I bought the X-Men, and then I just bought everything. I'm not even joking. I got a stack from the ground up, 6 feet high, of all the expansions. So like almost any Marvel major character is you could play. Adam Warlock, Silver Surfer. You know, they got a Galactus one, but the Galactus one didn't ship yet. CMON does this thing, first wave, second wave. So I got all my first wave stuff. I'm still waiting for my second wave stuff. So Zach-Tan, there you go.
Yeah.
Everybody in Texas is right next door to each other. I've lived in San Antonio for 8 months. I love Texas. Where are you now, Torch? Where are you now? I know your real name, but you. Okay, Zach-Tan says, great episode. Write it down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I might tear this apart and then set it up for the Fantastic Four versus the Super Skrull, and then be back, because I thought this went well. I might. I don't know. What did you guys think? Any? Oh, you're in the southwest corner of Ohio. Yeah, you're near Brian. You're near Brian. Go hang out with Brian. You guys are great college buddies. So, what did you guys think of this? About an hour. I think that's long enough to stream a board game. People don't really click on videos that are longer than an hour. So we're going to call it right here. Thanks a lot. Right. Good seeing you again, Luna.
Good seeing you too.
Yep. And just everybody watching today, well, tomorrow at noon, it ends at Fund My Comic for Heroic Tales. So if you've been waiting and waiting, don't wait much longer. We still got 11 more days on Kickstarter, but if you want that Pat Roderick cover, that's on Fund My Comic. Zach-Tan's got a lot of family in Ohio, mostly in the middle. Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream now. Bye-bye.